This time on Woody's Garage we fart around with the mini bikes. Hoopy.
Alright, what do you think about that seat? It's kind of cool. Problem being is that it's not very wide. You know, it'd kind of be sitting, it barely sits on the rails there. Most of the weight would just be on that piece. But anyway, I went down to Lowe's and I got a bunch of these guys because I need to put them in that seat to try it and the original seat. And these things just tap right the hell in there. I'm going to take that thing out. And they tap in there, then you can thread in there, but of course you knew that anyway. So on the other seat, on the newer long seat, these holes were already here and they're the perfect distance. I don't know if maybe there's almost a standard on mini bike seats. I doubt it, but these are a little far back, so I'm going to use a straight, let's see, a T-square. No, it's not a T-square. What do they call these things? One of these. And draw a line so that I can figure out just straight lines ahead, and then we'll figure out where the junction is. Well, they better line up. That's all I can say. Let's try it. Well, that's how it would sit. Looks in the middle except for up front here. Oh, I measured it straight too. It's not off by much, but it's off by a little bit. Turn the other light. Maybe not. Maybe it's straight. It's choked up pretty far. You now can't check the oil with the seat on. I'll show you. There's that stupid long snow blower type oil checker thing. That could be changed. Well, if I go with that seat, that almost kind of wraps it up here. So we put the sprocket face down with the spacers and the bolts coming through. Now I'm sticking washers on the inside before I stick this guy on. And then we'll put the hub in there. And we'll bolt it up and take a look. Dab of oil with my tiny little 3-in-1 oil can. Isn't that cool? My neighbor was dragged it out of the basement and said, "Oh, this is empty. I'm going to throw it away." I said, "I'll take that!" But like I grabbed it, I just thought it was so cool. I just refilled it. Oh yeah, that works perfect. Jesus. That's much worse. Damn it. Okay. I know before I matched kind of the hub pieces too. Fuck this wheel, you know. Buy a new one. Well, you know, I bought this a year ago at Roma, and I've kind of like been looking for a 5-inch wheel and rim, like all year long, just kind of casually, you know, looking for a cheapo, and maybe I'll find one this weekend, because this one is terrible. Although I'm going to try another couple of positions on it and see. Taking a look at the hub itself, looks really straight. So it's definitely in the wheels. Okay, we moved it one bolt set ahead, if you know what I mean. I'll show you on the next one what I'm doing. And yeah, it looks like crap. So I'm pulling up this half and moving it once counterclockwise. That's what I did before. So I got this option and then one more, and I really don't think anything's going to change, but we'll try it anyway. Yeah, all 4 options, the same results. There's still something else I can do. That hub, I can switch that around. Let's pull it off again. Okay, here's my thought now. This hub, get out of there. Okay, this hub, you can see there's the white side and the black side. The white side had been sticking through towards the sprocket. Why? Because it's longer, and I'm starting on this side. Seems like that would make sense, but you know, what if I put it in this way? What's really the difference? Considering you should probably have a bearing in the sprocket, excuse me, to help with the load. And this way I think will fit. I think. Let's try one this way anyway. Nope, still haven't given up. Been a lot of swearing. I haven't given up. Now, I think when I pounded this out before, somehow I thought this should have been dished a little bit. You know, like it kind of looks like it is, although you can see the imperfections. But I mean, this thing really should be almost flat, at least up to where the 4 holes are. I think I may take the pounding again. I got this nice piece of steel here. I'm not quite sure how to go about it. I also thought about putting it in the vise. You know, cranking that shut. Yeah, that'll be consistent. Yeah, I know. But I want to try it again anyway. I know, throw it back in the field you found it in. So I'm hitting it on the top here, like all around in here. Then I'm flipping it over and putting its plate on top and pounding on that. And it's looking flatter. I'm going to keep at it for a little while. So we pounded a little bit more. We put it on my weird grinder thing and hit it with the orbital as well. And you know, anything that's just like a high spot, that would really hold you up. So, I mean, it's better. Will it work? I don't know. I'm going to do the other rim. Let's see what happens. Okay, despite the colossal job I did flattening out those rims, I think I found the problem. These holes don't really line up with the hub. Feel like a little off. A little cattywampus, as they say. You know? You line one up and the other ones are just like the bolts have to go off in a different direction. That's what's wrong. Now, can something be bored out? Like, could I bore out that hub in order to work? Or are the wheels fucked up too? Let's see if I can get... Look at how far off those are. Wowee. Well, goddamn, it wasn't me anyway. Oh, brother. Okie doke. Not sure how to remedy this. You know, you don't want a whole bunch of slop and everything. But the sprocket never fit the bolt pattern in the first place. Ha. So, no sprocket, there's some ill-fitting bolts to hold the rim together. The rim doesn't look that bad with those, but it's still not right. So if you bore out the sprocket to fit these, this rim still isn't any good. Well, it's not bad, but it's not right. So it's just not worth it, I guess is what I'm saying. Yeesh. That's a lot of work for nothing. So I think what I'm going to do is pull this back up just the way it is and see what we find at Roma. Today I'm looking at my newer little Indian. Roma is tomorrow, and I'm thinking of bringing it up there. Maybe put a for sale sign on it, maybe ride it around, I don't know. One problem I've been having with this one is the sprocket is almost the size of the tire, so when you take a turn it digs in. I'm surprised I haven't broken it. The front tire looks like it has a higher profile than the rear one, so I'm going to swap the tires after I make sure it's actually bigger. I mean, take a look. Does that look bigger than the back one? I think so. Well, here you can see the difference. What the hell that thing is? Something stuck on there? The label from when it was sold, who knows? Back wheel was a little harder to get off than the front, obviously. But you can see, I mean, you take a corner on this thing, and I felt the chain dig in. So, okay, apart we go. Oh, front wheel's so easy, it's just 4 bolts. But look at this excess piece of rubber inside the tire there. Weird. Back one's probably going to be a bitch. Well, I got these off. I'll try to burnish them up a little bit, maybe with a Brillo pad or something. Anyway, like I said, that's the easy part. Well, it wasn't too bad either. Got the sprocket and the other half of the hub here. And yeah, we're gonna steel wool these guys, but they're gonna look awesome. I'll do all this work and I won't want to sell it, right? Okay, you can see a much taller profile here, so the chain, the sprocket won't dig into the dirt. They look pretty good. I'm still trying to figure out the bushings and stuff of the back. I kind of got mixed up. I'm going to push onto the front one just to keep going. The easy one's on. Well, I've got a memory like a sieve. I swear I'm missing one bearing. I swore there was one out here. I have to look at the video footage to make sure of that. But I got these 2 different spacers. 2 different lengths. And I got to figure out how they fit in here. It was enough that I kind of thought I separated stuff when I took it apart. There are a set of spacers in here. A set of spacers over here, and they're different lengths. And yeah, I think I got them right. There's one bearing in there. There needs to be a bearing on this side. And then, like I said, I thought there was a bearing on the sprocket, but I could be wrong. I got the spacers right. The bearing I tapped into the other side, I took out and I put in this side. Doesn't fit very tight, I must say. And on this side, you see there's no bearing in the wheel. But there is this bearing in the sprocket. And looking at the old footage, yes, it did have a bearing out here, so I just wish I had another one. Maybe I do. And maybe I put it in the wheel. Jeez, I can't believe I can't remember if there was one in there or not. Actually found another one that's decent. Where did I get this? A decent bearing in my stash? That's weird. Okay. I think we'll use this on the other side. Oh, we got the sun coming out finally. We've gone from like 95 degrees and humid to like 67 degrees and a little chilly. Anyway, this bearing doesn't fit that tight. So a trick I do is I take this kind of tape. You've seen this before for sealing ducts. And you put a strip of it like that around the sides. It's metal, so it makes a tight fit. It almost looks like it's part of the bearing until you get there. That seat's really nice. She's big. Socket to tap it in. And very nice. Well, I guess that's done with extra bearing on the inside wheel there, like it should have had. It's funny, I don't really remember if it had one or not. Obviously, I guess it didn't. But everything should be good.